we got that going there. Very nice. Yeah, awesome. Just really quick, Papa Scares. Have you been watching any of the different streams?
Your ones? Yeah, I have.
Oh, really?
I noticed there's a lot of technical issues.
Yeah. So that's the reason I asked that is I'm trying something different. So I have an Ethernet cord set up now.
Right.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. But it has been cutting out maybe 2 or 3 times during the stream.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was no fun. So hopefully we don't have that issue. But yeah, if I can't hear you, just hang tight for a few seconds and
it's fine. I know what to expect now.
yeah, nice. So, but
Can't
cool.
be helped. It's not your fault.
Yeah. So yeah, before we get started, so I was asking. I had a bunch of different people on this last week, and I asked Mortis Media. Are you good friends with Mortis by chance?
Yeah, well, I guess we're friends. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to think we're good friends.
Yeah, because I asked him. I was like, who's a narrator up and coming that you're really excited to see? And he mentioned Jay Nightmares, and he also mentioned you. And I was like,
yeah,
oh.
I saw that. I was really surprised.
Yeah, I was like, Papa Scares is like, I mean, I think we're friends. I was like, he's a good friend of mine. I mean, we've collabed a couple times.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on a story for you for my Halloween.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I'm
That's
trying.
alright. You're not the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to use one of Mortis's stories from his Reddit subreddit that he's got on
Oh,
there.
okay.
So yeah, I don't have many many like shadow people ones.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I have a couple spare ones, like short ones, if you want to read one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that's okay, yeah, if you want to send it over, I guess.
That's totally fine. Like, they're not very long either. Like, the ones I've got left are quite short.
Because I have.
So if you...
Because I have one where I guess technically I think I do actually have one. I have one where a guy works in a cemetery and he sees a shadow person. Would that? I guess that would count, huh?
That definitely count, yeah.
Okay.
Also, you mentioned you grew up in a haunted house.
I
You tell
did.
us about that. Don't you have any stories about that?
I do. I don't know what I saved it under though.
Ah.
Because a lot of times I just put it in like a what do you call it, like a ghost compilation.
Right.
So yeah, because it's shadow people in itself. I don't think I have like a video for just shadow people.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me get.
No, anything's fine. Anything that's close enough is fine.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Let me get.
It'd be good to have you on.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked. So yeah, before we get on, we get to the questions I have. It sounds like you're doing. You have a little bit of a Halloween treat for us. Is that correct?
Are we live?
What's that?
Are we live now?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, I thought we were just chatting.
Well, yeah, yes, I chat for a few minutes to let people kind of trickle in, and then yeah, we're live. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. No problem. Yeah, no, I've got a Halloween thing coming up.
Nice. So it's like a compilation or a collab.
Yeah, well, the same thing I do every year. I get as many people along as I can, and usually I do just haunted house stories.
Okay.
But I couldn't get enough this year, so I had a whole heap of shadow people stories saved up, so I'm doing them as well. I think I've got like 22 people joined now.
Wow.
Yeah, with you it should be about 22.
22. Who were some of the bigger names that we would see on there?
Let's see. Hang on, I'll put the list somewhere. So there's Mortis Media, Bad Vibes.
Oh, nice.
Who else was on there? Swamp Dweller.
Oh, nice.
Jay Nightmares. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of people. But like 22, I can't remember everything off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's somewhere here. Yeah. I've been very disorganized the last couple of months. I just moved house.
Oh, really? That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's no fun.
Terrible time to move.
Yeah.
With the whole Halloween thing happening.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't even imagine. Especially with 22 different narrators, I can't even imagine.
Here we go. So Mortis Media, Swamp Dweller, Bad Vibes, Jay Nightmares, Mr. Revenant, Miss Creepy Tales, Night Terrors, Danny Dreadful, Lady Spookaria, Booze and Booze, Creepy Oz, Lucid Lupus, Depth Zero, Monsters in My Mind, Darkest Hour, Dodge the Grave, 42 Reads, Horror Over Coffee, and Lady Nopington.
Okay.
Nopingham.
Nice.
And Phoenix Fire.
I think I got like 85 to 90% of those people. Like I know those people very well. That sounds like an awesome video.
Yeah.
How long do you think that one's gonna take, or how long is it
And
gonna
also,
be?
there's also Sinful's horror stories, but I haven't heard back from him in 2 days, so I don't know if he's still doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
So how long do you think the video's gonna last? Like how long is it? The duration of the video?
I don't know. I don't plan that well. I haven't even looked at any of the audio anyone sent me because I've been busy.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Like it's definitely gonna be over an hour. I'll probably premiere it, but
really,
it's gonna be a long haul. Yeah.
Nice. So that's coming out Halloween night, right?
I don't know. It just depends on when I get all the stories back.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like Halloween night, everyone does it on Halloween night, so I'll do it closer to Halloween.
Yeah.
But maybe not when everyone else is premiering it.
Yeah.
I think last year I did it. Might have been on my Halloween, which is the day after. No, that doesn't make sense. It was closer to Halloween, but not exactly Halloween last year.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, originally I was gonna do like a collaboration with a bunch of different narrators, and then I was like, well, I'll do this, thinking it would be easier, and it most definitely is not. So, but yeah, no.
I like what you're doing though. It's fun. I always like hearing other people talk.
I really like it, mainly because I am a fan of all these people I have on. So most of these questions I have are like legitimate, like things like I want to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, like I was trying to think like Mortis when he was talking about his name. It turns out like he didn't even pick that name.
No, he was in a group.
Yeah, which I think is hilarious because like that's the only thing I know him by. And
and
he's
he
like,
never liked the name
yeah, he's like, I don't even like that name. He's like, it's a silly name. And like Dark Song.
He wanted to be Night Terrors for like I've already got a friend called Night Terrors.
Yeah.
So it's better that he didn't.
Yeah, no kidding. And then Dark Somnium, he was like, yeah, I wanted to be Ronnie Reeds, and I was like, oh, okay. It's like
Ronnie Reeds, wow.
I was like, yeah, I did not know that. And then he's like, oh yeah, like it's Dark Somnium is for dark dreams, and he actually had a really cool backstory about his name. But anyways, enough about those guys. Let's talk about you. I sent you those questions.
Catchy, though. I like Ronnie Reeds.
Yeah. It doesn't strike the same amount of fear, but like his little
easy to remember, rolls off the tongue too. Ronnie Reeds.
Right. Well, if you look at his profile picture, it's kind of got like those are supposed to be R's. So that's why it looks like that. So I didn't. Yeah. So that's in that stream. Anyways, enough about those guys. Let's talk about you. So tonight I have Papa Scares with me. And he is a good friend of mine, and we've narrated a couple of different things on different videos. So I'm really glad to have him on. So first off the bat, first question for you is, what inspired your channel?
I've been listening to horror stuff, like narrations, for years now. Like I don't know, maybe over 8 years.
Oh wow!
I started with all the creepypastas, and then I discovered true ghost stories, and then I found like let's not meet type of stories. So yeah, I've been listening to this stuff for ages. Might be over 10 years now.
Okay, nice. Let's see here. Let me. How long have you been actively narrating on your channel?
Since 2019.
Okay, so
no, 2020 maybe.
2020. Okay, because a lot of people, me especially, like they'll make a channel and they won't they won't do anything with it for like a couple months or a year or whatever, and then they're like, oh yeah, like I finally did something. I don't know. So I just wasn't sure if there was if you made it.
There was maybe a couple of weeks between when I made it and I started.
Okay.
Mainly because I wanted to get the sound correct and be comfortable speaking on the mic before I started. I actually did a bit of volunteer work before I started over on LibriVox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they was it out of domain? Was it the copyright's finished? I can't remember the term for it. But the copyright's finished like stories and stuff, and they narrate them.
Okay.
Public domain. There we go.
Public domain. Okay.
Once things are the copyright's finished, things become public domain, like writings and poems and stuff. Yeah. They narrate them and put them on, and it's all volunteer work. Okay. So they helped me get my sound levels right before I started.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just checking out your channel here. You've got about, 236 videos up. Someone wants to know, actually, in the chat, Slavic Scott wants to know, what is your favorite genre of horror?
Like movies?
I would assume stories. Yeah, we could do that. We could say movies, and
The
then
movies.
yeah, let's go movies.
I like prefer with found footage and mockumentary type horror movies.
Okay, so you probably like the Blair Witch then.
Yeah, it's alright. But yeah, like that type of thing. Just because it gives you that more suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Like I find when you know the actors, it's not really as believable. It doesn't matter how good the actor is, you still know them.
Oh, yeah.
So like I like them with terrible actors.
Yeah, no, I hear ya.
It's more believable.
Yeah. What about
When
genre?
I'm terrified, I don't act well.
Yeah. What are some examples of movies that you like to that you would watch that fall under that genre?
Well, like found footage, you got all the VHS movies.
Okay.
Mockumentary, you got things like Noroi the Curse. There's a couple other ones. I got a whole list on my computer.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I just like that kind of home video type feel to it.
Okay. Did what about like would Paranormal Activity, would that like fall under that category for you?
Yes. I hate the main characters in that, so I could never really get into it.
No, I
just couldn't stand them. Like they were horrible people.
Oh, really?
I never could get into it. Yeah.
That's funny. What about genre for making videos? Like, what are some genres that you like to make or make under?
Well, I only do true stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't do any creepypastas? I did not know that.
Sometimes for Halloween, like I'll try and go the extra mile and do some creepypastas, or sometimes if I feel up to it, I'll do a Lovecraft story, but that's really rare.
Wow. So, do you have any difficulties acquiring just just true stories?
Yeah, just true stories. No, I don't have any difficulties. I plan ahead. So
Wow.
I'll think of like 5 or 6 different topics, and I'll throw the net out and try and get as many stories as I can. And as they come in, I'll add them to I can't think of words. It's still morning here.
No, I
I'll add
gotcha.
them to a spreadsheet.
Okay. Wow.
I'll minimize the link using tiny URL. Put that in there with the author's name. So make a spreadsheet, and once one of the topics fills up, that's when I'll do the next topic.
Wow. You actually have like a system when you.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
impressive.
I was much more on top of things at the end of last year. I don't know, I've kind of fallen all apart this year. Hopefully next year will be better.
Wow, that's impressive. I write most of my stories, and that's about as far as my organization goes. Outside
I'm terrible at writing.
outside of that, it's just I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So do you get them off of Reddit? I'm guessing then.
I do, yeah.
So I could never really get people to get back to me. Granted, when I did that was back when I started. Did you have any issues?
I know you from back then.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We used to get stories of what was it? True horror story, true scary stories or something.
Oh no.
There was a subreddit that suddenly started banning all of us.
Oh wow.
And we couldn't get stories off them anymore. True scary stories or something. /true scary stories. And I know you from them because the guy running the crusade against all of us narrators, like I was kind of cordial with him, like I was kind of polite. And he had a list of narrators who were bots who were stealing stories, and your name was on them.
Oh my gosh.
He's not like that.
That's hilarious. Wow.
Yeah. We all used to advertise on there too. We used to promote ourselves on there. And yeah, you were kind of blacklisted by this one crazy guy who ended up being the mod for that subreddit.
Oh, well, there you go.
I gave up on that subreddit, man. People were crazy.
I think I eventually got like shadow banned, because I would post. I would try to post videos on there, and it was really weird.
You weren't allowed to post videos anymore. You had to post just something mentioning your video, but we couldn't self-promote on there anymore. The guy went crazy with power once he became a mod on there.
Oh yeah,
you're on the big bad ones according to him. I have no idea why.
Well, no, He was onto something, I'm sure. Um, nice. So let's see. We got some questions here. Miss Creepy Tales says, "Big bro." I don't know if
Oh,
that
hello.
I don't know if that means anything to you. Well, it's actually in all caps, "Big bro," and then
Yeah, because she's my little sis.
oh, nice.
Well, we started around the same time.
Oh yeah, is that right?
Yeah, and she hounds me like a little sister would.
Nice. Silver Underworld Scary Stories wants to know who/what inspired you to start narrating horror stories.
Huh? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was reading the other comments.
No, you're good.
Who or what inspired me? Well, like I like horror stories. My biggest inspirations, you got Mortis Media, Let's Read. I've been listening to them for the longest time.
Dude, I love Let's Read. I think he's amazing.
Amazing. I used to listen to him when he used to do science fiction.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
I think I remember when I started following him in 2017. I have all of his paranormal ones saved on a separate playlist.
Yeah, he used to do other things like Alan Watts quotes and stuff as well. He's done heaps of stuff. And of course, Mr. Nightmare. Mr. Nightmare, I remember when he started.
Really? I don't know if I remember that far back, because he was like one of the first ones, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think one of the first Let's Not Meet videos I listened to was Chills.
Yeah.
And that voice, his voice just made it seem more realistic, like just an average person telling the story. You know, with the way he speaks. It's not like he was trying to tell a story. It's just like it's just someone telling. Anyway, yeah.
Do you find his voice distracting at all, or like the way he speaks?
No. What I'm trying to say is, it's not like he's a storyteller. He's just like some guy on the street telling a story.
Okay.
That's how I felt about when I first watched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha.
Getting my words jumbled up because it's still early in the morning for me.
No, I hear you. My brain doesn't start working until I had a copious amount of caffeine.
I'm on my third one now.
Nice. Slavic Scott wants to know, is that related to the Watch Dogs? So I think that was just a mod on a subreddit. I don't know if that was the Watch Dogs.
Yeah, the Watch Dogs were later. That mod on the subreddit was just getting pissed off because people were promoting scary stories, and he didn't like YouTube narrators, and he thought everyone was stealing things.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's see here. Here's a great question. I've actually wanted, when I wrote this question out, I actually thought of your channel specifically. What inspired your channel's name?
Papa Scare. It's kind of like Papa Bear.
Okay.
I had tried many different names. I like crows, so like I would actually search for, like, think of a name and then search for different names. That's how I found that's how I found channels like Raven Reads, because I always called it Raven Reads because I like crows. Yeah. But like, there's so many names I almost did. So many names. I'm so glad I went with Papa Scare. I was really drunk one night, and I had this really long, pretentious name, and I just thought, oh, how about Papa? I'm a dad, so Papa Scare. Yeah, they'll do. And I went with it.
Nice. No, I think it's great.
It sounds like Papa Bear, but it's Scare. So yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, no, I do, for sure. I noticed, so I watched a good bit of your channel, and I particularly like the paranormal ones. I noticed at the beginning you kind of have like a little, is it a persona? You have like a little demon guy. Papa Scare. And he says something. Now, is that like a character? Is that like kind of describe that person or that creature to me?
Well, that's the picture. That's the profile picture guy.
Right. So is he like a demon? Is he like a...
The way I always pictured him, the way I came up with him was he's like a ring wraith from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
He's a ring wraith that knows how to have a good time. So he's a happy ring wraith.
He's a happy ring wraith. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like, he'll say something different every time. Like it's a different thing he'll say.
Yeah.
And it's like a scary phrase or something.
Or just a phrase put in a scary voice sometimes.
Right. Nice. Yeah. I think that's fun. Is he just like, I don't know, is he like hosting the video, or is he like later gonna be a character or anything like that, or is he just a profile guy?
He was a character in a story.
Really?
On Creepy Oz's channel. Creepy Oz did a story where he was haunted by Papa Scare. It's really good.
What?
You should watch it. Can I link it in the?
Please
in the channel?
do. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after
It's like
this.
one of my favorite things. I'll link it in the comments if you want.
I love it when people do stuff with like their profile character. I think that's so cool.
It's like one of my favorite collabs I've ever done. Like I haunted him.
Nice. A happy ring wraith haunting Creepy Oz. I love it.
Nazgul, that's it. Nazgul. Well, that was the inspiration behind the look and Nazgul.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly what he is. Where is it?
So, based off of that, are you a Lord of the Rings fan?
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay. All right. I was just curious. Cool. So outside of the videos you make, what kind of videos do you personally watch on YouTube?
I watch a lot of those the true ghosts caught on camera type videos.
Okay. Like top five, like the top five, like Nuke's top five.
Like Nuke's top 5 and so spooks and stuff like that.
Nice.
With my kids, I watch a lot of fail videos because we like watching people hurt themselves.
I love fail videos.
And my kids got me into Let's Game It Out.
Okay.
It's a guy that plays they're not the best games. He plays these games and he just ruins the world for them.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. It's funny.
Nice.
How do I think this?
So you could probably just copy paste. I'm thinking.
There we go. Share. Copy. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I'll put it in your thing. Bam.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out. That's really cool. Let's see here. So you've recently hit 8,000 subscribers. Have you noticed a change in the channel's dynamic in terms of fans or anything like that?
No, it's still the same old fans.
Okay.
Which I'm happy with. Like, they're not bad. I like my fans a lot. I get very few complaints from people. I get very few negative commenters. It's really good.
No, yeah, no.
Very
I think you're one of the many narrators where I can't imagine people having issues with either your video quality or your voice or anything like that. I feel like you have a very well-rounded channel that a lot of people don't, or a lot of narrators, they strive to have. I really enjoy. I feel like you have a.
Too.
What's that?
I try to keep up with the community as well, and try to respond to every comment.
Yeah.
On the videos.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Like, when you start ignoring people, that's when they start getting negative.
Yeah. No, yeah, I do notice that. I notice you're quite, I see you quite a bit on Twitter. You're quite active in the different group chats and things like that amongst narrators and things like that. And I know a lot of people, a lot of narrators hold you in high esteem, so it's really cool. Let's see here. What do you consider you or your channel famous?
No, I'm not famous.
Not famous?
I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little guy? At what level?
I'd like to say I am, but I'm probably not.
At what level would you consider yourself famous?
When I'm on national TV.
When you're on TV?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a specific niche, isn't it? It's
it
like
is.
A specific type of thing. Like, when you can never actually claim to be famous.
No.
Unless the whole world suddenly likes horror narrations.
Yeah, I feel like, unfortunately, I've mentioned this before on different streams, but we don't have that much exposure in terms of like different fan bases or things like that. But the people that do love horror are pretty loyal in this community.
It's a very nice community.
Yeah, which is quite surprising. You think of like scary stories, you think of like scary people or whatever, but in actuality, I feel like it's the complete opposite. I feel like these are some of the funniest people I know, some of the nicest people I know.
Yeah, it's very welcoming.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Let's see, where would you like to see your channel in terms of like video quality or like subscriber count, things like that? At what level would you be like, okay, like I think I'm onto something?
Once I can quit my day job.
Yeah, I feel
once I
like
can earn like a regular amount and quit my day job.
I feel like YouTube's quite fickle. Like one month I'm killing it, the next month I'm like what happened? You know, it's kind of a fickle beast. Yeah, I feel
Yeah, it
like
can be.
I feel like there's about 10 narrators out there where I honestly think I'm like these guys should easily be at 1 million subscribers. And I think that
Oh, for sure.
I think obviously you come to mind with that. Who would be I'm not gonna make you give me 10, but who would you think are like a handful of underappreciated narrators that deserve 1 million subscribers?
I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, anyone I have on my big collabs, I think, is underappreciated, needs more subs.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
Like basically anyone I work with, I consider that way.
No, that's a fair answer. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think it would take for the horror genre to become mainstream?
It's a very specific thing, really. Like listening to horror stories.
Mhm.
Like not everyone has the attention span to sit and listen to things.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it could ever be mainstream, really.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'd like to think it would be, but I don't think it'll be to the point where yeah, I think you're right. Well, let me ask you this. So you have a very unique voice and a unique accent. Has anyone in real life recognized your voice from a video?
Japan.
Or what's that?
Yeah, I live in Japan. People aren't going to recognize me here.
Okay.
No one listens to me here.
No one listens to you there.
Except for my coworkers. I have like 2 coworkers.
Yeah. Are they supportive of the channel?
Yeah, well, they've both been really supportive since I started. One, she doesn't like listening, but she's been very supportive of my Instagram and my horror channel. And the other, he was my first commenter.
Really?
And he still comments. Yeah. So he was always commenting and helping me out since I started. So they've both been with me since I started.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I'm very grateful to my coworkers.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of some good questions for you. What is a topic or subject that scares you a lot and that you will not cover?
I won't cover?
Yeah, like that you won't. Like, I'll give an example. For me, it's like
Sure.
demonic possession stories. Like I don't mess with that. Like that freaks me out too much.
I've done that one a couple of times.
Yeah, you're braver than I am.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be any interest to demons. I won't cover. Well, I don't really want to cover like pedophiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm scared to cover it. Just I don't like the idea, especially because I got kids myself. I don't like the
Right.
idea of them.
No, yeah, I don't mess with that stuff either.
A lot of the let's not meet type stories, like I like listening to them, but I feel a bit uncomfortable asking people for permission to use their stories. So generally, I steer away from them.
Okay.
But yeah, usually the more pedophile and sexual assault type ones I won't do.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm.
Let's do this. So you've narrated with a lot of different narrators. Who are 3 narrators out there that you've yet to narrate with that you would love to narrate with?
Yet to narrate with. Oh wow, I've narrated with a lot of people. 3, huh? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at my subscriptions, who I'm subscribed to. Off the top of my head, well, I always used to listen to Killer Orange Cat a lot.
Okay.
When I used to just listen. I still do listen to Hellfreezer a lot. So yeah, big fan of both of theirs. And Being Scared is pretty great too. I've been listening to him since he started.
Have you narrated with? Yeah. So you haven't narrated with him yet, then?
No.
Wow. I think Being Scared's great. I like his rain stories. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Do you do you have the Chilling app by chance?
I don't. I'm kind of stingy. I think I should get it
You
eventually.
can still get it. I think there's a free option as well, but
Oh, really?
yeah, you can still get it. Yeah, for sure. I definitely recommend it.
Oh, cool.
Would you, if he came to you, let's say he watches this and he's like, hey, like I need to pop a scare on my app. Would you be down for being on his app?
Of course I would, but no one's gonna ask me. I'm just a little guy.
No, nonsense. I don't. Me personally, I don't look at subs. I look at quality, and I think you have like the perfect equation. I think you got the voice. I think you got a cool accent. You got great stories. I absolutely love your stories. You cover kind of more paranormal stuff, which I really like. And then I also kind of like your animations and things like that. Do you make your animations?
Oh, they're just still photos. They're just still photos, but I use Shotcut, and I add effects to them to make them move and stuff.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, they're just. Recently, I've been doing AI images. For them.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't actually animate them. I just put like glitch effects or distort effects, things like that.
Nice.
It's flattering to think that you think that I animated them.
Oh yeah, well of course. Well, mainly because when I watch or listen to scary stories, it's at night and I'm trying to fall asleep. So I like to look at something that's that helps my mind kind of fade away or whatever.
Yeah, that's the idea of it.
Right.
I mean, when I started out, I always started out thinking with the intention of making videos I'd like to watch. So like, I'll never do a black screen. Like. Right. Some people do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But to me, I don't want to do that. I always want to put a little bit more.
Right.
Add a little bit more ambience to it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Slavic Scott wants to know who has the better horror? Is it Japan or America?
Japan's kind of dropped off. Like they did have their time back in the early 2000s. There's better Asian countries that do horror now. Like Korea has some good ones, Thailand has some good horror. Japan isn't as good as it used to be with the horror movies. America started picking up again, but they did go through a cheesy phase, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone's got their good points.
Nice.
But yeah, Japan's not as good as it used to be with horror.
I feel like
because they use a lot of the big name actors and actresses.
Oh, really?
And it just takes away from it. Yeah, I used to love Japanese horror because I didn't know the actors and actresses, but now I know them and I see them in commercials all the time. It's like it's not that scary anymore.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. Number one, I think Japan is a very beautiful place, and I don't know much about their culture. I just know that they do have like a different type of like I'm trying to think of the right word, but from what I understand, they have like a lot of like superstitious types of horror, like different types of paranormal things and creatures and demons and things that follow you, things like that. That I mean, that's about as far as my knowledge goes for that. I would dare to say like The Grudge, which is like my extent of Japanese horror, which is probably I don't know, is like, I mean, it takes place in Japan, but I mean, I don't know how authentic that is.
Are you talking about the Japanese version or the American version?
I've only seen
the American version is called The Grudge. The Japanese one's called Ju-on.
Okay, yeah, so I've only seen the American version.
Well, that's been Americanized.
Right.
I actually haven't seen that, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, the Japanese one's all in Japanese houses and got Japanese people. It's pretty Japanese.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah. Silver Underworld wants to know, since you live in Japan, how is your Chinese or Japanese?
I get by.
Really?
I get by. I'm pretty terrible on the phone because I can't gesture, but face to face, I'm quite charming.
Oh, I believe it.
I get by.
I believe it. Yeah. Would you ever be brave enough to do a Japanese horror story?
I've done Japanese horror stories.
In Japanese.
In Japanese, no. When I actually set out with my channel, I planned to get stories from Japanese people and maybe try and do them in Japanese and started in Japan, like a Japanese only channel. But I kind of gave that up, especially when I found Jay Nightmares and he does it much better than me. Okay.
Because I follow his channel as well. I think I had both of you guys in a video at one time, at the same time. Because he translates them, and then he, does he speak Japanese?
Yeah. Jimmy's great.
Wow. I did not know that. That's
Well,
fascinating.
he lived here and he studied here.
Okay.
Like, I'm super lazy.
No, I doubt that. I mean, you sound like you have like your ducks in a row in terms of making videos and things like that. As well as it sounds like you have a full-time job and a family as well. So it sounds like you're quite busy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think. Miss Creepy Tales wants to know, what's your favorite cryptid/monster from Japan?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never
Isn't there one
really
where?
thought about that. To me, like, the Japanese ones are all bullshit.
Oh, really?
They're just silly. Yeah, they got some really silly monsters and cryptids here.
What's the one with the lady and she's got her mouth cut for the smile? You know what that one is?
Yeah, I know that one. That's Kichi Onna or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, slit mouth woman.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so you don't think none of them. You're just like, yeah, this is all nonsense then.
Yeah, well, like, I watch a lot of the true ghosts caught on camera type things. Here we go. Kuchisaki Onna. Kuchisaki Onna is the name in Japanese.
Okay.
And like the Japanese ones, like they're obviously fake. They're all fake.
Really?
Yeah, like the ghosts look too real in a lot of them, so a lot of them are quite fake. So I don't know really if I believe any of it from Japan.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, monsters anyway. I've had a couple of experiences in Japan, but like they've been really subtle. They haven't seen like full bodies or anything.
Ooh, interesting. Are you comfortable talking about those experiences?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was eventually going to put them on a video, but yeah, I can talk about that.
Oh, well, you don't have to. You don't have to spoil it if you don't want to.
Well, no, it's fine. I used to go urban exploring a lot in Japan because I had friends who would do it with me. And one time we were in this Western themed theme park, and there was a costume store. It had 2 levels, and I was with 2 friends, and they went upstairs, and I was still downstairs, and I could hear someone run past outside, like clear as day, foot slapping on asphalt, because there's kind of a street outside of the shop in this theme park, and my friends were both upstairs. I went and had a look. There was no one there, and it turned out when I was talking to a Japanese friend of mine that theme park is very well known for being haunted.
Wow.
And another time, it was just me and another friend. We went to this hotel. It was really cool, but it was tiny. But we noticed next to it was like an abandoned quarry. So we went and started dicking around there. And there was these stairs that went down into this just pure dark. So we went down there with our torches, and my friend said, "Oh, how about we turn our torches off and see what happens?" Now, I was in front, I was in the lead, and we did this. And ahead of me, I could hear, like, the stereotypical zombie moan.
Right, yeah.
That was like a couple of meters in front of me. I heard it clear as day. And it was definitely not this guy, because he doesn't joke around like that, and he was behind me. So, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
There's another one in my apartment, but I don't know if that was sleep apnea or not.
Those are hard ones. Where, like, did you like just wake up or something?
Well, my first apartment in Japan, I lived near a graveyard, and like I'd have to walk past this graveyard all the time, and I don't know why that's important, but I feel it is.
Right.
And then like I had this dream where basically my bed was kind of like a bunk bed, but with storage underneath it, if that makes sense. It's got like a little sliding closet underneath the bed. So like I had a dream where I was standing next to the bed, and there was like this mass in my bed under the blankets.
What?
Like there was a person in there. This is a dream.
Oh, okay.
And so, like that kind of creeped me out. And then like a couple of nights later, I wake up to my right arm pulling me up. My right arm had shot out and pulled me up. I don't know what was holding onto it, but it pulled me up. So I woke up like sitting up, like mid sitting up. And like lots of weird things would happen there, but like nothing that was 100% this is haunted. Like I started getting sleep paralysis quite a lot there, and I had a couple of weird sleep paralysis experiences there. And one time, like the windows were closed, and I could feel like this breeze, like just whizzing around, like around my feet and stuff. So like there's nothing that it was definitely haunted. Nothing that would say it was definitely haunted, but it was kind of weird. It did turn out that I did have sleep apnea though.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it could have been me waking myself up because I was overweight. I smoked too much and I used to drink too much.
Wow, that's pretty terrifying that you felt something pulling you out of bed. Wow.
Oh, it was my own arm.
Right. So yeah, so something. When you woke up, was your arm extended when you woke up?
Yes. Yeah, it was like mid pulling me up. It was really weird.
I wish you could see my face right now, because I'm just like, that. Yeah, that's gonna be a great video. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. I should write these stories out. I just don't like writing. I've only ever written out a couple of stories, and that was on my animals attack video.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just don't like writing very much.
Yeah, no, writing it's not fun. Well, here's
Right.
here's a good question, or I mean, I don't know. Have you ever met a fan in real life? And if not, would you be willing to meet people in real life?
Depends on if they're weird or not.
Right?
Yeah, maybe in a safe setting.
Well, like I'm talking like a horror convention or
Oh, horror convention for sure. Yeah, I'd love to meet people.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet all the other narrators. To be honest, I'd love to have like a big group of the narrators meet up.
What I think we should do, and I think this sounds amazing, is if we could find a central location where it could be reasonable for everyone, and have like a horror narrators camping trip.
I had dreams of a horror narrators convention, like several dreams. I would love it so much.
I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would. It'd be amazing.
I've seen people joke with like the concept of like a hype house, but with like horror narrators.
Well, like mostly, a lot of them live in America. I was hoping, like, because I'm going to Burning Man again next year, I want to meet everyone at Burning Man or something.
Yeah, let me know.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, if you're ever out west, hit me up.
Yeah, well, I'll be going to Nevada. Like, I'll fly into Sacramento and then drive out to Nevada.
Okay. Yeah,
West. Which west? Oh, that is west, yeah.
Yeah, it's very west.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe I can meet you then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. So here's an interesting question. Now, number one, actually, you actually inspired me with this question. You mentioned about doing different urban exploration and things like that. Would you ever consider getting like a GoPro and filming anything like that?
Oh, man, I got a cheap one. That was one of my plans. Like, once I start being able to afford to not work so much, I was going to start doing urban exploration and like exploring haunted places in Japan, like with a video camera.
That would be.
That's going to be my second channel if I ever get enough money.
That would be amazing. Would you have a face reveal on that one?
Of course, yeah. I've done a face reveal a couple of times though.
Really?
Yeah, just no one knows. It's on my Instagram because I told you before I do like a draw every day thing.
Right. Okay.
There's been a couple of times I've been doing that for 300 days. Doing a new drawing every day. There's been a couple of times where I've drawn myself.
Okay. Oh.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. All right. Nice. Silver Underworld wants to know: have you ever met Jimmy? I'm guessing that he's talking about J Nightmares.
Jimmy, he's coming to Japan next month. I'm gonna meet him.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Jimmy's coming next month. Mortis Media's maybe coming next year. I'm gonna meet up with him maybe. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hear he's a big Pokemon guy.
Yeah, he's coming for some Pokemon thing.
I hear he's a huge Pokemon because when I reached out to him to do this, he sent me his Discord stuff, and he's a big Pokemon guy. That's good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Dang, like I wish I could be a part of that. Like go to like a sushi bar with you guys. Oh my gosh, that'd be sick.
Do some karaoke.
Yeah, do some yeah. Instead of singing, we just tell stories. I think that'd be funny.
I'm a good singer too.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
I love karaoke, man.
I'm a terrible singer.
I used to be in the children's choir when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I quit when they started accusing me of mouthing the words.
Oh.
How dare they?
Yeah, how dare they? That's a
How dare they?
scandalous.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, let's see what other. So we kind of talked about different things that you consider doing for the channel. Do you have any side projects? So it sounds like you mentioned you do drawing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm trying to get to a year of doing a drawing every day, and then after that, maybe I can start making money off it. I don't know.
Really? Now, what's your So I'm not a big Instagram guy. I don't have my stuff on there or anything like that. What's your Instagram for is it just Jane or Papa Scares?
Yeah, Papa Scare. There's no S. Papa Scare. It's Papa_Scare.
Oh, there it is. And you draw all of these.
Yeah, that's all me.
That's very impressive. Wow. Now, have you done thumbnails with these?
A couple of them I've done. Well, the aliens one was for a thumbnail. That new ghost one, I'm thinking of doing. I can do that as a thumbnail. My Halloween one, the pumpkin. I'm going to do that for the Halloween collab, perhaps. I do merch with some of the better ones.
Oh.
Like the crow that I did recently. I've done merch with that. I actually bought a T-shirt for that. Yeah, a couple of them I've done merch with. No one buys my merch, but.
Oh, so tell me about that. So, what's who do you use for merch?
Teespring.
Okay, yeah, definitely plug that in the chat for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plug all of your media.
Or like link it.
Yeah, link it.
Sure.
Link it up, man.
No one will buy anything. But like, have you used Teespring?
I'm that's like my next thing. I'm trying to get on that.
It's clunky, man.
You
can't use it on your mobile. You can't use it on your smartphone. It's just unusable, and it's very frustrating using on the computer.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, like it's alright. Like they don't charge you for anything, but
who do I use?
And like you can get your own stuff at cost price, which is nice.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I want to get a bunch of different shirts and send them out to just random people. But
if you want someone to draw something for you, just let me know. I can do it as a daily prompt.
That's really cool. I saw you did one of the Plague Doctor. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing Plague Doctor again with digital.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was when I was still doing just paper and pencil.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's like a little bit of a charcoal in there as well, or is it you just like smear the graphite, or what do you do with those?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I draw, I'll draw a bit, then I'll use a blender, like it's just like this rolled up cardboard with a pointy end, and I just smudge.
Okay.
That's how I draw with it digitally too. Like I'll scribble a bit, then I'll smudge it to make the shape. That's just how I draw.
Okay. Have you ever considered doing like a drawing video where you're like the video is a drawing, like you drawing like a what are they called, like a sped up video where you draw?
Yeah, I can do that.
And then you narrate like a scary story in the background.
Yeah, that's always possible, but like I just don't have time to plan these things out and work out how it works.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Cool. Are you a big camping guy?
I love camping. I haven't been in years.
Okay.
Last time I went was when I went to Burning Man, back in 2018.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. So it's been a hot minute then.
Yeah, but camping in the desert's kind of different to normal camping.
So I've never been camping in the desert. Are you afraid of like anything being out in the desert getting you? Anything like that?
You know Burning Man, right?
So I'm aware it's like a music festival.
Kind of. It's just like a big arts festival in the desert. Like nothing lives out there, and there's like 70,000 people. So like there's no animals that's gonna get you.
Oh, interesting. So I grew up. So I'm actually from the south, and I'm from like southeast. So I'm from Georgia, which is on the other end. So I only moved down here a couple years ago. So I'm not too familiar with that.
Okay.
But
it's a very cool event. Very cool event. Lots of big art out in the desert.
Oh, okay. I think is that the one with the cars? Like the cars are like vertical.
Yeah, they got the mutant vehicles. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I know that now. Okay. Well, so the reason I ask about the cryptids out there is skinwalkers are a big thing where I live. Are you afraid of like skinwalkers or anything like that, or do you think that's just nonsense?
Not really. I've actually got skinwalkers coming up.
Do you?
That's a topic coming up maybe after Halloween.
Let me. I actually right now I have a ton of. I'm gonna send you some stories I've narrated.
Oh, you want to join in?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
All right, nice.
I'm gonna send you some stuff.
We just
right now.
organized a collab.
Yeah, no, yeah. I just sent you one. I sent you the cemetery one. Let me know if that one works for you or not.
Oh, for the Halloween? Yeah,
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that one has the what do you call it? The background music. I don't know if it has that one in it or not. Some of mine do, some of them don't. I don't know if that's an issue or not.
We can work around it.
Okay, but yeah, I have tons of Skinwalker stuff I can send you. How many do you want? How many do you want?
I think I've got enough, but like I'll see how long they are. So 1 or 2 should be fine.
1 or 2?
We can
Okay.
make a long one since it's a collab.
Yeah, no, let me know. I have ton like that's the like one of the few topics on the channel that do very, very, very well. Like that's like what most people come to my channel for. So yeah, let me know.
They do very well on yours. They don't do amazing on mine. They're just about average on mine.
Okay. It's funny because my favorite topic are paranormal stories. Those are my favorite, and they don't do nearly as well.
Mine only paranormal do well. Oh, that and feral people. Feral people's like my big thing.
Feral people? Interesting. I saw a question about that in the chat. I thought that was a joke.
No. That's my highest. I think it's like 60,000 views video.
Really?
Is feral people. Yeah. I've done, I think, 4 videos on feral people now.
I think I'm related to some of those people.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
probably. Cool. I don't have any feral.
73,000 is the biggest one now.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's an old one too. Like, it's kind of terrible.
Oh, really?
So it's surprising that's probably why I don't have that many subs.
Nice. No, I hear ya. Well, let me ask you this one. So this is my favorite question. So if you watched any of the other streams, you kind of know, since I write most of my stuff, I have to have like crazy ideas to make my videos fun. So my favorite question I love to ask, non-politically of course, what is your favorite conspiracy that you believe to be true?
The feral wild people living in the national parks of America.
Well, yeah, I mean that's not even a conspiracy. Like that's almost a fact.
A lot of people in the comments are saying it's fake and it's a conspiracy. And I don't know. It seems kind of believable to me, but I've never been to these national parks, so I don't know.
So yeah, I mean that's one. I don't know about feral people, but like you definitely have people like trying to live out there. Like
yeah, you got the off-grid people for sure.
Yeah. Have you heard about like the sewer people in Las Vegas? Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of that one. Yeah.
Apparently,
yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Apparently, like it's a society of people. Like it's not even just like random. It's like a legit group of people that live under these, and they have like television down there and AC and like fridges and things like that. And apparently, it's so secretive. Like if you find it, you either have to join their society, or they have to kill you, so they keep it secret.
Oh wow, really?
Like that's the conspiracy part of it. But I mean, probably what it is just a bunch of just homeless people or something just down there.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But the what they're trying to tell you though is like, oh no, it's like these people that don't want to live, that like don't want to pay taxes, or these people that don't want to like be a part of this world anymore, so they just live down in these sewers.
There's better places to live than the sewers, though, isn't there?
Right. No kidding. Yeah, I don't know, but there's that, which I think is interesting. What other? So do you? So on the scale of definitely true to not even close, what do you think the feral people are in the national parks?
I think it's definitely plausible. Like, people can evolve and devolve over time, so it's possible. Like, humans can turn feral and like become kind of wild.
Okay. Do you think this is where I kind of go a little bit off the rails? Do you think that there are other species of human, like trapped underground or anything like that?
Crawlers?
Yeah, crawlers, rakes, what do you think?
Yeah, I do lots of videos on crawlers. I think that's probably one of the few cryptids I do think is kind of plausible as well.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Where do you think the where do you think the crawlers would be?
Because I did this coal mines video, and they came across, this guy had all these stories from his time working in coal mines, and he came across something that sounded like a crawler, so perhaps they live in like mines and stuff. But to be honest, I just read the stories. I don't think too deeply on these things.
Okay, because that's what the Darkest Hour was saying when she came on. Was she asked me, when I asked her about cryptids, she's like, well, what do you think about coal mines? And I'm like, well, what about them? Like I know they're haunted and things like that. She's like, well, do you think that, if there were to be cryptids, that's where they would be, like in these mines that are abandoned? And I was like, oh, that's a great point. I never even
abandoned. Like, this guy was in an active coal mine.
An active coal mine?
Yeah, he was working in an active coal mine, and there was crawlers in there.
Oh wow.
That's a video I did, I think this year or last year. My coal mines video.
Interesting.
They were great stories. Wish I could get more of them.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing story. Looks like Cool Whip has 3 of them. So hit up Papa Scare, and he'll get you.
Tell you what.
Yeah, set him up with some good stories.
Yeah, send them to my email, please.
Yeah, what's a good email? Where can we email these to you at?
Do you want me to put it in the chat?
Oh, please do. Yeah.
It's scarepapa@gmail.
Nice. So here, this is kind of where these are my thoughts. Is that I think that let me ask you this before I go down this hole. What are your thoughts on aliens?
There's aliens. Of course there's aliens. Like, the universe is ever expanding. It's kind of ignorant to think that there's nothing else out there.
Right. Do you think that they're the green little men that we depict in films, or do you think that like they're like maybe like a type of bacteria, or what do you think that what does the
Greys are more accurate, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
The Greys look like if our evolution, like, evolving, like the jaws got smaller, because our jaws are getting smaller because we don't eat raw meat anymore.
Yeah.
The eyes got bigger, the noses got smaller. Like, that's just evolution. Like, a couple of thousand years of evolution is we might look like that. So to me, that makes more sense.
A couple people think or theorize that aliens are humans that are in the future.
Yeah, and they're coming back to get some information for diseases and stuff. Yeah, I've read theories like that.
Yeah. Do you think any of those are real?
Well, I mean, everything's possible, isn't it?
Right. Well,
I try not to think too deeply on things. Like, I've got my own shit to worry about.
Right. Well, that's the thing. For me, I like to explore these crazy ideas. And like if you look at like skinwalkers or wendigos or crawlers or the rake or Bigfoot, like if you look at it on paper and you're like, okay, like there's no such thing. But if, say for instance, if you had to make a story and it had to come off as realistic, I feel like aliens would be like, that's kind of the avenue you'd have to go through. But me personally, you probably are gonna laugh, but I had what I thought to be an alien abduction a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird. It was one of those dreams. So before that, I didn't dream at all, and then I had a very vivid dream where 3 Greys abducted me. And they like performed all these different experiments on me and stuff, and then they brought me back. But like even to this day, like like that's still a memory I can think very clearly and very vividly on.
It just did 2 videos on alien abductions, and most of them are dreams. I mean,
Yeah.
most of them are depicted as dreams,
Right.
but the actual abductions, like, because your memory gets erased to a point where it only comes to you as a dream. So you may have been abducted, from what the stories I read.
Yeah, which is I think it's cool, but I mean
That's pretty cool.
it can also be scary. I know Dark Somnium that's actually one of his biggest fears are like tall, gangly, gray aliens.
Have you seen VHS 2?
I have not.
Oh my god! Basically, VHS, they're like, it's a compilation of different found footage type stories. They're all kind of like got a kind of loose storyline why they're watching these found footage videos, but it's not that important. It's basically they're just different stories filmed on different ways of capturing found footage. Like one guy has a helmet cam, one guy has a body cam, like the different ways of showing a different camera. And one of them is these kids with home video footage of them at a lake house, and it's got aliens in it. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Like, I was never scared of aliens until I saw this, and I watched it on a small tablet during the daytime while eating lunch.
Really?
And I was scared of it. Yeah, it was terrifying. Please watch VHS 2.
What
Oh
is
my
it
God.
on? What's it on?
VHS 2. I think I watched it on YouTube, but it's probably not up there anymore. I've got it on my computer. I can transfer it to you.
Like the whole film?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'll send it to your email.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This looks terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's just really scary. It's very scary.
Because my wife and I were trying to.
Yeah, full movie is on YouTube still.
Oh, well, I'll just go watch it after
Hang
this.
on, is it? Is it? Oh, it is. I think that's how I got it. I think I downloaded it from YouTube.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's on there. If that's terrible quality though, I think I've got a good quality one I can send to you if you want.
This is crazy. And then there's VHS 94. This looks terrifying.
I've seen VHS 1 and 2 and the next one. The next one was crap. It wasn't that good. I haven't seen the newer ones, 94 and 99.
Okay. Nice.
Viral. VHS Viral wasn't very good. I didn't like that one very
Oh
much.
really? Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one I didn't like.
Okay.
But yeah, VHS 2 and 1 are amazing.
Nice. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Did you have any? Let's see. Do you have any questions for me by chance?
No, not really.
Not really.
I mean, like, as I said, like, I know you from when you used to promote yourself on Reddit, and I have seen your channel, like, just jump up in subs, like, just amazingly. Because I remember when I first noticed you, like, you're around 1,000, 2,000 subs, and now you're at 40,000.
Yeah.
How did you do this?
Yeah. I think I had some help from an algorithm. I didn't do anything any different. Like, that's the weird thing. Like,
Yeah, no,
it
it's
just
amazing.
happened.
Like, every time I checked up on you, like, you've jumped up. Like, it's amazing, man. Well done.
Well, thank
You should
you.
be really proud of that.
Yeah, no, thank you. I do a lot of collabs. Not so much lately, but I've done a lot of collabs with a lot of talented people, and I think it's a community. I look at it as when I succeed, or when other people succeed, I succeed as well, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
and I honestly think like it's everyone kind of gets their turn with things jumping up. So no, for sure. I mean, I think I think you're gonna follow suit here quickly. I think you're gonna pass me, honestly, in the next couple of years. So
Probably not.
I don't think so, because you have like a legit schedule. You have all these great stories, and you're collabing with all these great people. I mean, you're doing things like the stream, and you're getting out there and things like that. So I would venture to say in the next year or two, I think, if not similar, you're gonna have more than me.
I see collabing is just like part of the job. Like, I don't see that as a way to get subs. I just enjoy doing it. I like working with all different people.
Yeah.
I see, like, everyone is like, basically this is a job and we're all co-workers.
Yeah,
It's nice
pretty
to work
much.
with other co-workers.
Yeah. Silver Underworld wants to know, what's the ideal time length for a horror narration video?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I try to do 30 to 40 minutes. Anything over 40 minutes, I think, is overkill. Anything under 30 feels like I haven't put in enough effort, but like recently I haven't been able to get enough stories. I've been doing like 25 under 30 to under 30. It depends on what you're doing though.
Yeah.
Also, mine are different stories. If you're just doing one story, like with different stories, people can come in and out. Like they can skip to the next story if they don't like that one, or if they want to leave and go to the toilet or do something else, they can come back to it. But when you've got like just one long story, if you go over 30 minutes, it might be a bit of overkill. Like I don't listen to one story for too long.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I've noticed that you kind of have to break the stories up. Like they like multiple stories in a longer video.
Yeah.
If you just have one long, 1 hour story, then it's like, okay,
Well, I've had a couple where it's like from viewers that's like one or two really long stories and they're really good, but they don't do that well. Like no one cares because they don't see the number. With my ones, they look at how many stories there are for the length of time.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what your channel is putting out as to the length of the video.
No, I hear you. That's crazy.
Oh, look, it's Horror Over Coffee. Hello. Horror Over Coffee is new to YouTube. He's really good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's going to pass me one day. He's really top notch.
Nice. I'll check him out. I think I've talked to him a little bit on Twitter, but other than that, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy.
Well, cool. Let's see here. I think those are all my questions for the stream. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time.
No worries.
So you got the collab coming out with all those different narrators on.
It's Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Amanda Jane in the chat. Nice. Yeah, you got that one video with the collab with the 22 different narrators coming out. Hopefully soon. I'd be excited. I'm very excited to see that one. What's the video gonna be, or like what's the background gonna be? Have you already had that picked out?
You mean the images?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't yet. Basically, I'll do different images for different stories though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get 22 different images, but I've got a friend. I'm following a guy on Instagram. He's a subscriber as well, a very good guy. He does lots of really good quality AI images, and I asked him for some haunted house images, and he's happy to do them for me.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna get some images from him, hopefully.
Do you want me to send you my background, my looping GIF, for mine?
No, it should be fine.
Okay.
I'll stick with, because that kind of it'd be a bit jarring.
Would it?
Because like I always have like a still image with like just slight distortion, and then suddenly you've got the looping GIF. It might be. You mean the one on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Send that along.
Okay. Yeah, I can send that to you. I actually have multiple.
Yeah, no, that's a really cool one, actually.
Yeah, I can.
That'll work perfectly.
Yeah, I'll send it. I'm gonna send you a bunch of Skinwalker. I'll send you 3 Skinwalker stories and the looping GIF one after this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Nice. It's a nice subtle one too. Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, for sure. What's his name? The original Jensen made this for me.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice. He made my intro too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Dang. Nice.
He made my intro a while ago.
Yeah, he made this one, and then
very talented guy.
Yeah, he is. I tried to get him on the stream. I think he's busy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I keep wanting to ask him to collab again, but he always seems to suddenly die off from Twitter whenever I'm about to ask him. So I don't ask because I think he's busy.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because he kind of does like horror, but he also does like comedy and gaming as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just So I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah. Anyways, he's a cool guy though. Cool, man. Hey, I think I kept you for long enough. Thank you so much for coming on the stream. I'm super excited for the collab that you have coming out here soon, and then that Skinwalker one down the road. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. It's good to have you collabing with me again.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Feel free to send me a story if you want me to read any on yours as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like I've gotten stories off you heaps, so I'm happy to do some for you if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, cool. Why don't you plug your email in the chat? That way the viewers can send you stories and things like that.
I did.
Oh, you already did?
I did. Do you want me to do it again?
If you want. Yeah. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Well, cool. I will go ahead and wrap this up. Papa Scare, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm a personally big fan of your channel, and I'm looking forward to when you pass me in subs.
That won't happen.
I don't know about that. Well, awesome. Well, hey, thank you
you.
so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on. It's nice to talk to someone.
Yep, absolutely. Well, have a great evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
All right. So that was Papa Scare. Looks like we got the thing squared away in terms of the stream not losing audio. So that's good. So that was Papa Scare. He's an awesome narrator. One of my favorites. I think he's criminally underrated. So definitely go check him out on YouTube. He does so many great different videos. And he's actually got quite a bit of videos. He's got like 200 and something videos, so definitely check him out. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight on this wonderful live stream, part of the 13 Nights of Hallowstreams. Make sure to go check out Papa Scare and subscribe to his channel, and look forward to all the wonderful things that he has on there. This upcoming week, we have so many talented narrators coming on the stream. Tomorrow night, I have Spirit Voices, which is going to be great. I'm really excited to have her on. And later on in the week, we have a bunch of other narrators as well. Let me pull up my list here, just so we have an idea of who we got coming on. Let's see. Okay, so the list looks like we got Spirit Voices Monday. We got Getting Spooky coming on Tuesday. Got Lady Spookeria coming on Wednesday, who I've been dying to have on. It's been a hot minute since we've collabed, so I'm really glad to have Lady Spookeria coming on. Thursday, I'm still looking for someone to fill that spot, and then Friday we have Being Scared and Swamp Dweller coming on, so that'll be really fun. And then last but certainly not least, we have Jay Nightmares coming on Saturday, so I think that's going to be a great week. It's going to be a great time. I really hope you guys can make it, and I appreciate you guys joining me on the stream. Have a great evening, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening.